Have you ever wanted your English to sound just a little more sophisticated, a little more fluent? Well, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to unlock a really simple grammar tool that does exactly that. It helps connect your ideas so your sentences just flow beautifully. Let's jump in. So take a look at these two examples. On the left, we've got, I like friends, they are honest. I mean, it's correct, sure, but it feels a bit choppy, right? Now look at the one on the right. I like friends who are honest. See? It's smoother, it's more connected, it just sounds so much more natural. That one little word, who, it makes all the difference. So what is this powerful little trick? Well, it's called an adjective clause. And trust me, it's about to become your new favorite tool for building way better sentences. Okay, so what in the world is an adjective clause? Simply put, it's a group of words that describes a noun. You can kind of think of it like a superpowered adjective. Instead of just a single word like honest, you get to add a whole phrase that gives us way more information about who or what we're talking about. Let's break this one down. Ali, who plays football, is my friend. The basic sentence is just, Ali is my friend. But hey, maybe we know a few different people named Ali. That clause, who plays football, that's the key part. It's describing the noun Ali and telling us exactly which Ali we mean. Now, to build these amazing clauses, you need a toolkit. And lucky for us, the toolkit is pretty simple. It's made up of just 3 main words called relative pronouns. You've seen these a million times: who, which, and that. These are basically the magic words that link your description to the noun. And the basic rule for using them? It's wonderfully simple. You use who when you're talking about people. And for things or animals, you just use which or that. Easy, right? You know, the man who, or the car which, or the dog that. You get the idea. Okay, you ready to take this to the next level? There's one key rule you really need to master when you're using these pronouns, and that's understanding whether it's a subject or an object pronoun. Now, that might sound a little tricky, but I promise there's a super simple hack for it. And here is the secret. It's all about looking at the word that comes immediately after the pronoun. That's it. So if it's a verb, like lived in this example, then it's a subject pronoun. But if it's a noun or another pronoun, like we, then you're looking at an object pronoun. It really is that simple. Let's see it in action here. I saw the man who took the car. So what comes right after who? It's the verb took. That means who is the subject here. It's the one performing the action. The man took the car. Now, let's look at an object pronoun. I saw the girl who you told me about. What's after who? It's another pronoun, you. So the girl isn't doing the action here. You are. She's the object. You told me about her. She's receiving the action. Make sense? All right, now this is where it gets really cool. Once you can spot an object pronoun, you get to use a special trick that native speakers use all the time to sound more natural. You can actually make it disappear. The rule is right here on the screen, and it's pretty straightforward. Those object pronouns we just learned to identify, yeah, you can completely drop them from the sentence. This is one of those pro tips that really makes a difference. For instance, you can say, the man who we met was very friendly. Since who is followed by we know it's an object pronoun. That means we can just say, the man we met was very friendly. It means the exact same thing, but it just sounds a little more natural, a little quicker. But, and this is a huge but, be really careful here. This vanishing trick only works for object pronouns. Subject pronouns, the ones followed by a verb, you can never omit them, ever. They're absolutely essential for the sentence to make sense. And here's why. If we try to drop the who from the man who lived next door was very friendly, we end up with this mess. The man lived next door was very friendly. It just doesn't work, does it? It sounds broken. The sentence just completely falls apart without that who to hold it together. All right, you've learned the rules, you've seen the examples. I think it's time we put these new skills to the test. Let's see how well you can build some of these sentences on your own. Okay, your turn. Here we have a matching exercise. On the left are the beginnings of some sentences, and on the right are the endings. Your job is to connect them using the right relative pronoun, either who, which, or that. Go ahead and pause right here and give it a shot. All right, ready to check your answers? Let's see how you did. A fashion designer is someone, so we use who. A fashion designer is someone who creates clothing. A flag is a thing, so we use which or that.
A flag is something that is a symbol of a nation. You're seeing the pattern now, right?
And here are the rest of them. A vegetarian is someone who doesn't eat meat. Synonyms are two words which have the same meaning, and a dictionary is something that gives the meanings of words. How'd you do? I bet you did great. Fantastic job.
So there you have it. You've just unlocked a really powerful way to connect your thoughts and build more fluent, more sophisticated sentences. You're not just stating separate facts anymore, you're actually weaving your ideas together. So the only question left is, what complex idea are you going to explain first?